In this lesson, you'll learn a new note, a D, and you'll learn to play middle C and D warm-up. Practice this piece until you can play it perfectly, and you'll be ready to learn your very first song, I Love Bubblegum. Let's jump in. Check out the first two measures of middle C and D warm-up. They're a lot like the first two measures in middle C warm-up, except for the first measure is now filled with Ds. You'll play 4 D quarter notes in measure 1 with right hand finger 2, followed by 2 middle C half notes with finger 1 in measure 2. While you're listening, also watch how I round my fingers when I play. D, 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 half note, half note. Try it, saying D, 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 half note, to play the notes the perfect length. Great! If you need a little more practice to play this phrase perfectly, pause the lesson. Start the lesson when you're ready to continue. Let's try measures 3 and 4. You'll play 4 D quarter notes with finger 2 in measure 3, followed by a C whole note played by finger 1, your thumb, in measure 4. D, 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 hold that whole note. Try it, saying D, 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 hold that whole note as you play. Great! The next two measures are exactly the same as measures 1 and 2. I'll play these measures one more time to remind you what the previous measures sound like, and then you can try it. D, 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 half note, half note. Try it, saying D, 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 half note, as you play, to help you remember the note names and to play the half notes for 2 beats. Awesome! The last two measures are exactly the same as measures 3 and 4. I'll play them again to remind you what the previous measures sound like, and then you can try it. D, 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 hold that whole note. Try it, saying D, 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 hold that whole note as you play to help you remember the name of your new note and to play the whole note for 4 beats. Way to go! Practice this piece each day in 2-measure phrases, playing each phrase perfectly 3 times before you move on to the next phrase. You'll make much better progress than just playing it from beginning to end. Here's what middle C and D warm-up sounds like all the way through.